Welcome to online lecture series by Seth Vidya Mandir English High School Junior College of Commerce and Science. Welcome students, I am Miss Alka Chaube taking class 10 subject algebra, and here I am explaining chapter 5, that is probability. So let us understand student, what is the meaning of probability. The probability does not tell us exactly what happens, student. It just gives a judgment, a chance or risk about what happens. So students, let us understand the example of probability first, and here I am consider a coin example. This example is very important in board exam, students. So suppose if we have one coin and two coin or three coin, and when we toss that coin, what will be the possible outcomes we are getting when we are tossing the coin. So with the help of this example we can understand. So here students, I consider a single coin, and students, when we toss this single coin, so what will be the possible outcomes? So we have to see here the possible outcomes. It should be head or tail. So either in first term, suppose if we are getting head, so we can write head, and if we are getting tail, so we can consider their tail. So here students, we have a two coin example, and suppose we toss the two coin, so what will be the possible outcomes? So here we are getting two outcomes at simultaneously. So students, when we toss the two coin, what will be the outcomes? The possible outcome should be head head, head tail head, or tail tail. So this all four outcomes should be the possible outcome when we toss the two coins simultaneously, students. So here students, we have the three coin cases. It means when we tossed a three coins simultaneously, what will be the possible outcomes. So here I am presenting some tips, and with the help of this tip, students, you can write a three coin cases outcomes very easily. So in the first toss, students, we are getting the possible outcomes, that is head and tail, as you know very well. And in the second toss, students, we are getting the outcomes, that is two outcomes will we can get in the second coin, students, as you know very well. So two outcomes, and outcomes will be head and tail. So here we can write two outcomes, HT and HT, two times we can write in the second toss. And when we have third toss, students, so we can write for head the HT outcomes, for tail the HT outcomes, for again head the HT outcomes, and for the tail HT outcomes. So in this way we can make the third toss, students, and in third toss we can take four outcomes, HT, 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 and the second toss we can take two outcomes, HT, HT, and the first toss we can take only one outcomes, that is H on T, single. So here students, when we joined all outcomes, when we write the sample space for third coin outcomes, so it will be, first we consider all head, H, 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 next is H, H, T, first toss H, second toss T, and the third toss, that's T we are taking, so H, H, T. The next is, students, first toss H, second toss T, and the third toss H, so it's become H, T, H. After that, students, again we can take first toss H, second toss T, and third toss again H, so it's become H, T, H. So in this way, students, we can make a sample space of third coin, and this is the trick I'm showing here, students. And then after, students, you can see H, T, 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 H, H, T, H, T, 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 H, and T, T, T. So here, students, you can see how to make the list for the third coin and third coin when we toss simultaneously. So here we are getting how much possible outcomes, students? Here we are getting 8 outcomes possibility. So here, students, we have the example of die. When we rolling a single die, what will be the possible outcomes? So here, students, we are getting the possible 6 outcomes, as you know very well, students, die, and you have seen die in Ludo game. So you know it very well how the dice look like. It's look like in this way, students. In one face there is one dot, in other face there is two dot. In this way, the some number of dots are present, and when we roll this die, students, we are getting the possible outcomes. So let us focus on, students, when we rolling a two dice simultaneously, what will be the possible outcomes. So here students, I'm giving one trick to understand when we have two dice and when we roll two dice simultaneously, what will be the possible outcomes and how to write these outcomes in sample space. So in this trick students, first we consider a horizontal and vertical line. And in horizontal and vertical line we can make a column and row, and in column and row we can write the 6 numbers. As you can see in this picture, the 6 numbers are present in horizontal and vertical row. So here students, in horizontal line we have number 1 and in vertical line we have number 1. Initially we can consider these two numbers students, and when we take these two numbers together, so how we write? We can write in sample space 1 comma 1. After that students, we can consider vertical line number 1 and horizontal line number 2, so we can write in this way 1 comma 2. Then after students, again we consider the number 1 in horizontal line and vertical line. In vertical line number is 3, so the possible outcome should be 1 comma 3. So students, you can see one trick is very important. Initially you can consider a horizontal a vertical line first, and vertical line always with the horizontal line, because in the first condition student, you can see 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, 1 comma 6. So 1 is always present on first position, on first phase here students. So let us understand the second line students. In the second line you can see the initially the second number is present, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5, 2 comma 6. So how we got this 2 comma 1 students? The rule will be same. In vertical line initially number is 2, in horizontal line number is 1. So 2 1, 2 comma 1. Next is 2 comma 2. In vertical 2 number, in horizontal 2 number. So students, in this way we can follow all sequence. So let us understand students, with the help of this all examples, how to write the sample space and how to write the total number of sample space. So here we have first condition, one coin is tossed. So students, when we have condition one coin is tossed, and as you know very well in the previous videos, the one coin is tossed. So here S is equal to, S is nothing but the representation of sample space. S is equal to curly bracket, opening curly bracket we can use students, and inside we can write H, that is head, comma tail, that is TD present here 12, and close curly bracket. So in this way students, we can write anything inside of sample space, and the total number of sample space here, N represent number of sample space, is equal to 2. Here we are getting inside of that 2 digit is present, so 2 numbers. Next is students, when we have 2 coins are tossed simultaneously. So when we toss the 2 coins simultaneously, what will be the outcome students? So the outcomes, how to write the sample space? S is equal to curly bracket HH, HT, TH, TT, and curly bracket is closed students, and the number of sample space we can write here. How many numbers are present, how many digit alphabets are present inside of curly bracket? 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we can write students 4 numbers. So here we can write number 4. Then after, if we have example 3 coins, so you know it very well trick students, but here you can remember how to write the sample space. So S is equal to opening curly bracket H H H comma H H T comma H T H comma T H H comma H T T comma T H T comma T T H comma T T T, and close the curly bracket. So here the possible outcomes, here we are getting exactly the possibility of that outcomes here 8. So student, this all 3 outcomes are very important. When we have single coin, so outcome should be, total number of outcomes should be 2. When we have 2 coins and number of sample space total is 4. When we have 3 coins, the number of sample space should be 8. Always remember students, when we remember the number, you can make the inside how what will be the outcomes. And next example is here, a dice is thrown. Students, here a single dice is thrown. So you know it very well, in single dice students, the outcome will be 6. So S is equal to, in curly bracket, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 6, 5 comma 6. The curly bracket is closed here. So the possible outcomes will be 6 here, because inside we can just count all the numbers are present here, and the numbers are present here, that is 6 students. So here we are taking the number of sample space total is 6 here. So in this way students, we can consider the next example, that is 2 dice are thrown simultaneously. As you know very well how to write this sample space, you got the trick very well students. So this trick you can understand: 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, 1 comma 6. Then after again comma, students, you can remember each numbers or each alphabet's outcomes is separated by a comma. So the comma is very important after closing this bracket. You can see students, the comma is very important, and if you forgot to write this comma, you lose your marks students. So always remember, you need more practice to understand this. And till here we can write 6 comma 1, 6 comma 2, 6 comma 3, 6 comma 4, 6 comma 5, 6 comma 6, and when we close the bracket students, curly bracket, we are getting your sample space. When we count this total number of sample space students, we can count in this way. In this vertical line, here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 numbers, and in horizontal line here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. So when we multiply this number 6 into 6, what will be the answer? 36. So students, here we are getting the total number of sample space 36. So always remember students, the number is always represent the total number of sample space, and total number of sample space can give inside how many numbers, how many alphabets, how many outcomes are present inside. So here we have 1 2 3 4 and 5 examples, and this all 5 examples are very important to start the and to understand how to write the sample space and how to go for the questions students. So this 4 and 5 examples are very important here. So students, let us see the next example of probability, that is playing a card. So here students, we have the total pack of card, that is 52, and this 52 are divided in two parts. One is red card, and the red card having 26 cards inside, and in a black card, that is 26 cards are present inside. And again this red card is divided into two parts, that is diamond and heart, and diamond having 13 cards and heart is having 13 cards. And in black card students, 13 spade card, that is 13 here, and the club card, and that is 13. So students, you can see here the black card is divided into two parts, that is 13, and when we add this number, we are getting 26 black card. And in the same way, in red card also students, 13 diamond, 13 heart. When we add these two cards, we are getting the total number of card 26. So in this way students, we can divide all 52 cards in two parts, 26 and 26, and after that students, you can see here here I am giving the clear instruction about inside of spade card how many cards are present, and inside of club how many cards are present, inside of diamond and inside of heart. So let us go for the first spade card. It's spade card students. We have 1 king, 1 queen, 1 jack, 1 s, and 2 to 10 cards numbers are present. So here the total is 13. In this way students, in clubs also we have a clear instruction about it in club students. Here say 1 king, 1 queen, 1 jack, 1 s, and 2 to 10 cards numbers are present. So here the total is also 13. In the same way diamond also students, in the same way heart. So when we are taking all together counting, in spade 13, club 13, and diamond 13, and heart 13, so we are getting the total number of cards are present. The pack of card is here 52. So let us focus on students. We have here some examples, and here in example you can see a card is drawn from a pack bearing a number 1 to 25. So if we have this type of question students, how to write the sample space? So the sample space rule, you know it very well. The sample space is represented by a capital letter S is equal to curly bracket, and inside how many cards are present? 25. So we can write in this way students, 1 2 3 4 and 1 separated by and 2 separated by a comma. So each digits are separated here by comma, and after 4 we can use comma students, and then dash dash dash, and the last number is 25. And from last number also, students, you can see the comma is present. This comma is very important, students. When you write, always remember from initial and final of dot, the comma should be there. And when we close this curly bracket, we are getting how many numbers are present here. So the total number of sample space is here, that is 25. Let us see the next example, that is a card is drawn from a well shuffled pack of 52 playing cards. So here we have total number of cards is 52. So students, when we have total number of card 52, what will be the sample space? So you know it very well, students. The 52 cards is divided into 26 and 26, and again 26 is divided into diamond space and spade and club, students. So here we can see the diamond is again divided into 13, and you know it very well, student. The 13, the 2 to 10 card number is present, and here we are getting S, Jack, Queen and King. Same way spade also, student, 2 to 10 numbers are present, and we are getting S, Jack, Queen and King. In the heart also, students, 2 to 10 numbers are present, and S represent one number, Jack, Queen and King. And in club also, S represent one number, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 10 number, Jack, Queen and King. So when we count this, S is represent 1. So 1 and this whole number is 10 here, 11, 12, 13. So each card is divided here in 13 number, students. And when we add all these 13 numbers, we are getting a total number of sample space here, 52. So in this way, students, we can write the sample space of 52 cards in this way, students. Directly we can write when we have to write for diamond, so we can write in this way. When we have condition to write heart, so we can write in this way. And when we have a single condition, so we can write n of s is 13. When we have together condition, that time we can write n of s is 52.